Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And I think I'm going to title this lesson, Get Ready for the New World. And it's based on this article I was just reading about a company, I believe it's called Figure. And the CEO here is saying that humanoid robots could soon enter homes for $600 a month. Now, this company is not the only company that is in this space of creating these humanoid robots, but based on the direction in which they're going, I think they even, I forgot where I read it, but last year in 2015, there was a mention of 2026, basically the direction where things would be headed in 2026 would be beyond just having artificial intelligence, like ChatGPT or, different forms just on your phone or your tablet or your computer, but actually having, I think it was an embodied AI, which is the merging of robotics and artificial intelligence together. And basically something along the lines of what is contained in this article. And the whole point that they're saying would be that these humanoid robots would be able to assist with things inside of your house, as if they hadn't already created enough things to assist you with. And while it looks good on the outside for people who are like, yeah, you know what, I got an AI, a robot, a humanoid robot that can do my dishes for me, that can do laundry for me, that can like do all these things. Eventually they're gonna say that can start cooking for you. And then you good. You don't need to hire a maid. You don't need to do it yourself if you're busy with work and whatever it is. You can just go this route. That's the bait though, right? That is the bait that they use. But what's the trade-off? Because there's always a trade-off, right? Whenever, especially when you give up something that people don't even realize they're giving up here, right? Because now you become more and more dependent on this thing. Now, here, this $600 a month is supposed to be like a subscription, right? That's another thing, right? Subscription. Basically, they're moving the world to subscription-based living, where your life, everything that you use, one, they make you dependent upon it, and then two, they make it a subscription-based thing. So soon you're going to be living a subscription-based life. Figure's CEO told Sorcery's Molly O'Shea, O'Shea, that the humanoid robotics company is preparing for a near-term push to bring humanoid robots into homes, where they would perform basic household tasks under a consumer subscription model that could cost hundreds per month, similar to a car lease. Molly asked Figure CEO Brett Adcock, in the near term, what do you see as the first commercial application for these robots, right? So you make these, you manufacture them, and then you push them out there, right? But like, what's going to be their main primary use, the first use of them? Like, is it going to be in the home? Is it going to be in the factory? So he responds, in the near term, we're going to be selling these into the home. So you can lease a Figure 03 for something like $600 a month. He continued, yeah, you can plug it into a wall outlet and it'll go to its dock and charge. I wanted to do the laundry every day, dishes every day, and tidy the house multiple times a day. That's what I want. I'm not going to play these videos here. They're a little lengthy, but I'll try to post the article in the description if you're interested, and then you can watch it at your own leisure. So the CEO goes on. It says here he posted a chart on Threads showing, he said, humanoid robots manufactured at Figure by month, revealing a clear production ramp. It says Forbes pointed out that shipments may have climbed from roughly 60 units in February to 120 in March to 240 in April. However, those shipment numbers remain far below China's Agibot, which reportedly shipped 5,000 humanoids over 3 months. Now, an interesting movie to watch is I, Robot, the one that has Will Smith in it, right, as the main character. Watch that, okay, because it shows you that the same direction the world is headed in now, in the movie, they're already there. And everything is all nice and good once again until those robot eyes go from white or blue to red. And when you look at some of the robots that these Chinese are coming up with, people, in the past used to think of robots as these like fickle kind of devices, right? Like it moves and it easily falls and breaks, and it has this. If you look up somebody imitating a robot, you see their motions, right? They'll like do a bend, then they'll move very rigid, like they swing their arm a little bit, and then they'll just like, it's very slow and rigid. It's not fluid. It's not human like. But now those days are over. Now that's exactly what they're doing, right? They're making these robots human like. That's why they're called humanoid. And then they're using the buttery bait of it can relieve this. Eventually you'll hear it can go to the grocery store for you, right? And they can go and buy this and buy that. So here it is. You're walking down the street, kind of like they show you in the movie Ex Machina, when she finally, at the end of the movie, when she went out into the public, and you couldn't even tell that what was going on because she looked exactly like everybody else. She moves and functions just like everybody else. Shit, if you're not careful while watching a movie, you might even forget that that's a robot. Because of the way she moves, she imitates emotion, she imitates human expressions and responses. You might think that this is real. So the new world is having freaking animals playing ping pong video games with brain implants, right? Like that's the new frontier that they're going in. So you got on one hand, on one side of things, people getting implants in their heads, allowing them to perform different actions, okay, pseudo miracles using technology. On the other hand, you got implants in the body, basically everything going subdermal, right, under the skin. You got humanoid robots, you got flying cars, flying taxis. This is the new world, 15-minute cities, right? Subscription-based living. This is the new world that everybody's quickly being moved forward into. So people become less human. I remember this was years ago. There was a commercial, and I think it was from WEF. And in the commercial, there was a part in there where they mentioned that soon there's going to come a point where there will be no more humans. Yes, they said that. And they said that everybody to some level or some degree will have some form of augmentation about them, right? They're going to be augmented. They're going to be changed and edited in some way, shape, or form. So that's very interesting considering statements that have been made like by people like Yuval Noah Harari talking about humans being hackable creatures. So it's this is Esau's utopia, to get people to be less human and to be more transhuman, because that's more, you can control that. And you got a humanoid nanny that's in your house doing everything, taking care of the kids, like the movie Subservience. You go watch, that's also another one. Go and watch that. And nobody asks themselves why. You don't do nobody. Well, why do you need to invent a humanoid robot to freaking fold your laundry or do the dishes? How long has the world been going on and people have been just fine doing, like, really think, okay, how much of a game changer really is it that I have a robot in my kitchen that's doing dishes for me when I can do it myself? Like, you're spending probably millions of dollars to create this, right? Meanwhile, there's real problems going on in the world. You're spending millions of dollars to create this when I can just go in there and wash it myself. So what to save me a couple more minutes? What is the 911 emergency of a benefit that you got to go in this direction? But eventually, just like AI is now thinking for people, so now people can't even think for themselves. You won't ask the AI, hey, what do you think I think about this? Right? That's that because you become so dependent upon it. That I don't want to think. I don't want to do this. I just have it do. Convenience is poison. Okay? The Esau is taking convenience used to be good. Right? It used to be one of those like every so often you get a nice something that's convenient and it really works out for you and oh cool, nice. You can catch a break. He has taken that and he has weaponized it. Esau Edom has weaponized Esau Edom being these you know who Esau Edom is. If you don't, go look up our videos, you find out. They have weaponized convenience. And they couldn't do that alone. They had to first create not drug addicts, but convenience addicts. They had to create people that are dependent on convenience, like it's like a fix. You want it. And then push it upon people. Uber Eats, the deliveries and all of these things, convenience. Because when you order pre-made food straight to your door, you're not cooking. Like traditionally, you would buy ingredients. You'd actually go out there, buy the ingredients you need. That means you need to know how to cook. You need to know what you need. You need to know how much you need, right? You budget accordingly. You buy those ingredients. You come home, you wash it, you take good care of it, and then you actually prepare a meal. That is about to be obsolete. As now, everything is just pre-made. Oh, the restaurant will make it. They'll just bring it to you. Now, you don't even go there anymore. You just have them bring it to you. Convenience, yet again, on all facets. 15-minute cities, what they're trying to sell you is convenience, but you don't see the hidden dangers in that. Oh, you don't need to go past 15 minutes. No, everything is here. Your whole life is here. Where do you need to go? You don't need to travel anywhere. Put on a VR headset. And you'll be in Maldives. So now, imagine a world where you request time off from work, and your vacation is a VR headset to some destination because it'll feel so real. You don't need to actually be there. So you just put on a VR headset, and then boom, you're on vacation. Damn. Talk about a prison, a mental prison. But this is what they want to do, right? And this is why they need to be stopped. This is Psalms chapter 82, verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. You see that? Look, if you are standing in one place and suddenly everything else gets rotated, you're going to notice, oh shit, I'm upside down. But if you are rotated with it, it doesn't seem like you're upside down anymore. Let's say you took gravity out the equation, right? And you were just like in one place. If you stayed in the same orientation and your whole entire room just rotated 180 degrees, you'd be like, what the hell? Why is the bed up on the ceiling and everything that's supposed to be on the ground up? But if everything rotated 180 degrees along with you, then your body position relative to everything else in your room is still the same. But in reality, you've actually been flipped 180 degrees, but you just don't notice it because nothing else around you looked like it flipped. And that's what Esau is doing. So that's the whole concept of gradualism. He is rotating the natural order of things, but he's also rotating people with it. So they don't notice the difference because they look at it relative to what's going on in the world. As it says, all the foundations of the earth are out of course. And this is why the Lord is going to come and fix it. And when that time comes, that's when, in the kingdom, people they're going to have a very, very huge, oh shoot moment. Because when righteousness is finally instilled and the proper education is ushered throughout the world, when people see how things really should be done, they will understand this makes a lot more sense. Right? Now you understand why, damn, the life you were living before was actually hell. You were okay with this. You were consuming chemicals and pumping yourself up with different, adverse things to your body. And, if it got to the point where you got used to your body being in a sick state to where you don't even feel sick anymore. Like it's just normal. It's expected. It's an expected reaction. What the hell? So this new world, this wicked new world order that they're trying to set up here. I mean, just looking at the preview of it, which we're seeing now, is already telling you like, yeah, no, this if this is allowed to continue and actually be instituted, they would come, if they had it their way, they would come eliminate all of us because we're the ones who didn't get rotated along with this world. And then they would just completely, eliminate the ability for people like us to spawn up again, controlling your thoughts, experimenting on people. I mean, just completely enslaving the Lord's creation. And that's why he is going to take them out of power, and he's going to put them in captivity. But anyway, just wanted to bring that out. I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying and informative to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Akudash. And until next time, Shalom.